The JavaScript array method concat allows us to join multiple arrays together, or an array with other arrays and values. So if we just do nums, we take these two arrays and we concatenate nums with more nums, and we log that, you get the second array added onto the end of the first array, and that's how this works in terms of the order. So it will always add essentially onto the end of the array that you're concatenating with, and you can add it doesn't have to be just two arrays that you're concatenating together. You can do an array. You can add other values here too, just comma separated values like true, null, hey. Okay, and those get added on here too. So it takes this first array nums, it adds more nums onto the end, and then adds true, null, and hey on after that. You could even add another array here. And then that's actually the same, like adding an array of like 1, 5, and 23 here is the same as just doing comma separated values. So you can think of it as sort of just like going into that array and pulling out the values within the array and adding them onto the end of the array. And if you have a nested array too, let's see what that looks like. And so then in here you have an array of two values. So again, it sort of takes this array, looks inside of it, and sees what's there. So it's kind of always going to go like a layer deep. This array is sort of just like a container for what you want to get concatenated onto the end of the array that you're concatenating with. So that's important. That's basically it. There's some other small things I just want to point out. One thing you can do, so this returns obviously an array here. It also, you can use it to make a shallow copy of an array. Do other nums equals nums dot concat, and then we'll log other nums. Okay, so we see we get a copy of nums there, but it's not equal to, it's not equal to nums. It's not going to, it just takes basically the values from within inside nums. So if you were to compare this to nums with a triple equals, you'll get a false value. Okay, so it just allows you, that's just like one method you can use to make a shallow copy of an array there. Yeah, so I think that pretty much covers it. So it's just it's a way to add values onto the end of an array. Pretty straightforward. And yeah, just one thing to keep in mind is just the return value there. It doesn't modify the array in place here, so it's not going to modify that. It's just going to output a new array which is returned from the concat function.